Good morning. Hello, my friends. How are you? I'm going to give you a minute to grab your coffee. I'm going to enjoy mine while you do that. Good old Tuesday morning. I missed you yesterday. Sorry about that. Hello, Hillary. You are seriously, I've been stalking you on your social media of late. You are the most adorable thing ever. And I know it's probably not nice to call somebody a thing, so please don't take that the wrong way. But I mean it with like all the love. You are so talented. Friends in Coffee Club. She is such a talented artist. It's amazing. But you're just the cutest damn thing. Cutest damn thing. So I'm glad. I'm glad you're here. I'm glad Rhett brought our lives a little bit together. One day, maybe we'll get to meet in person. You know, up my stalking game a little bit. Morning, Mom. Mom's here. Everything's good. I'm just going to give people another almost half a minute here to get your coffee. Oh, hi, Rhett. I guess, Hillary, we should say hi to him too. I guess. Yeah, again, just giving people a sec. Kathy, hello. Kelly, hello. How are you? How's everybody feeling on this Tuesday? Anybody else kind of have that? It's March again feeling? Anybody? Just me. I mean, I've seen some funny tweets or sort of memes about it being March again, and March being when COVID really hit for us originally. And now here we are in another March, and here we are still going. And I think that if we really dive deeply, we knew that this was going to be a long game from the get-go. We just didn't want it to be. And how many times have we had those moments in life where we really wanted something to be something and it turned out differently? Like, this is not a new emotion for us. So we have to remind ourselves we've been here before. We know how to do this one. So welcome to Virtual Coffee Club. If you're brand new to checking us out, thank you for doing so. We are a place of community. We are a place of connection daily at 9 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. This is your place to be seen, be recognized, be heard, be loved. Okay, that is the goal of this at the end of the day. And it also gives you an opportunity, especially if you're working from home still or that kind of thing, that you have somebody to have a quick coffee break with, someone for a little water cooler talk. I don't know why I can't say that. Water cooler talk. And that's what we're here for. So welcome to it. Feel free to continue to invite your friends to be part of the fun. Cheryl, good morning. Trellis, good morning. And so when I was thinking about, because I think when there's a flip change of a new month, it's always becomes, it's a great opportunity for hitting a reset button. I think that we put a lot of, societally wise, I don't think I have real words today, so there's your forewarning. I think that we are taught, we come to this conclusion and we put a lot of pressure on ourselves every single time there's a brand new year to set up this year, that there's this, it's big goals and it's big dreams and it's big things. And I'm not saying don't dream big by any means. Dream big every damn day, okay? But we put this crazy pressure on ourselves to have these year-long dreams, when really, if you think about it, you can hit the reset button on that every single month. Every single month you can. Good morning, Larry. Welcome. There is no rules saying that you can't restart at every single month. There are no rules that says you can't change your goals as you go through the year. Hi, Jim. Good morning. There are no rules really about anything to do with that. I mean, I suppose there's the cliche rules are made to be broken also. Maybe don't take me literal on that with our current state of the world. However, why can't we just hit reset on a month or every couple weeks or every Monday if you want? Whatever that looks like. And a reset doesn't mean you trash the goal or the vision. The reset just means maybe you veered off path this month. Maybe you took a detour. Maybe you stopped to smell those flowers on the side of the road longer than you expected to. You know what? We have to take those moments. And so I don't know. Every time there's a new month, I feel like there's a new opportunity to just reset a little bit and shift. I don't know if you feel like that or if you're that way. Maybe you already do that. Feel free to share some of that in the comments today of sort of what that looks like for you and how you roll that out and how you make that happen. I think when we share in those things, it's exciting. But I feel like there's always this interesting pressure on us in the world. Now, pressure can be a good thing from time to time. If you've got an Instapot, you have learned the benefits of pressure, cooks your food faster. That's great. I think there's a benefit in pressure in when you're really pushing and striving for a kind of goal. Sometimes you work better under pressure. I know that I'm really great. Like I could be a professional procrastinator. I knock that shit out of the park all the time. Procrastination. And then it gets to a point where the pressure steeps in, right? There's a deadline, there's a timeline, there's a something. And then I'll push myself and usually deliver. And then I think back, gosh, I probably could have did that way differently. But there's something about that little piece of pressure that works. Okay, that kind of pressure I'm a fan of. But these weird, I don't know why it's on my mind today, just rambling, but these weird ideological pressures that we put on ourselves, whether it's weird timelines of your life that you've felt, right? We've all been there. I think most of us in this coffee club are past the point of those kind of pressures, but I have younger friends who, their pressures are interesting in the you should be married by this certain age. You should have a house by this certain age. You should have a certain type of career by a certain age. And all this bullshit pressure that has come from somewhere, probably our upbringings and our upbringings, and so on and so forth. And so it's erasing that weird pressure that you have to prove yourself on something. If you are putting pressure on yourself to prove something to you, okay, I'm cool with that. If you're putting pressure on yourself to do or something for somebody else because you think that's what gives you your value or your acceptance or your whatever in this world, that's a lie. That shit's a lie, my friends. Happy March, Heather. It is my month. Green is my color. I love green. If you don't know this about me, my favorite color is lime green. And I think green is joy in a color. I really do. So St. Patrick's Day, also coming from an Irish grandma, big month for us. Big month for us green lovers. Trellis shares, play. I always told my kids when things get tough or hard or you need a break, etch a sketch do-over. Yeah. And adding play in on so many different levels is essential. I'm a highly, I don't know. See, I told you I don't have all the words today. I advocate highly for play. That's what I'm trying to say. Work deadlines always push me. Yeah. Jim says, I do better with deadlines. And so there's that interesting piece. So, but that kind of pressure, like I was saying before, is different than the weird world pressures. That's the message I'm trying to get along today, because I think that's where we start to veer. What else is on your mind today? What have you been feeling over the last little bit? Coming into March is an interesting time frame, it's getting way closer to spring. So I know that makes me really happy. I've learned to love winter more this year than I think I ever have. So that's exciting. But spring, like spring's I love summer. I love, love, love summer. But spring to me is like the epitome of the most beautiful time of year. I love the melting and washing away. I love the growth. I love the expectation. I love the smell. I could go on and on. That's why you love me. It's all in the name. Yep. I am Celtic through and through. Jim shares he's getting his first COVID vaccine shot on Thursday. How do you feel about that? I'm assuming good, or you probably wouldn't get it. I have another friend, Jim, another friend named Jim from the US. I apparently only befriend Jims in the US, who he got both of his doses. He lives over on Vashon Island outside of Seattle and is super stoked. So that's really good. Larry shares the geese are coming back. I know I've seen so many of late, and I'm like, welcome back, peeps. New smells, not spells, depending. Maybe you're a little witchy. That's okay. I'm there with you. New smells, growing, and spring babies. Yeah, all the things about spring. And the flowers that come in spring. Like if I could have a field of tulips, like I would love to go to, where would it be? Holland, maybe? Something like that, where you could just see like fields of tulips. Would that not be so gorgeous? I mean, there's not really an ugly flower. Maybe red carnations, but they're still lovely. They're still lovely. What else is on your mind today? What's rolling through your brains on a Tuesday morning? How's your coffee? Are you having coffee? Have you switched to tea? Are you to a cold bevy? Where are you at this morning? Hey, Angie. Good morning, girl. Jim says the second shot is where you get some of the side effects. So yeah, I love that you're planning a day. And I mean, everybody's going to be, I've heard lots of different stories with that. But I think if you plan to just accept that maybe you won't feel the most awesome the next day, plan for that. Plan for that. Kelly's excited for the warm weather. She's going to be out running. It's going to be good. And one day I'm going to be chasing her on the path. Like not chasing, but you know what I mean. This is the only time I hear my name. All the gardeners come out and coffee. There you go. Yeah. Scott prefers the term do-over. Reset sounds so Trudeauian. I guess. I don't allow him to own any of my words. But do-over works. Yeah, do-over is fun. I was trying to think now you put me, I'm like, what else could we say? Maybe you know, watching. What's another term? We'll play thesaurus today. Another term or phrase for doing something over or resetting or I don't know. I got nothing now, but you have something. I know you do. You'll think of something. It's good. Really, at the end of the day, the message is just turn the pressure down, turn the fun up. We have short times in this world, right? We never know. A friend of mine's has a friend who they found in the shower yesterday. They think it was a heart attack. Okay, you never know the expiry date of your term. And everybody has different beliefs in what that term looks like and what happens after that, but we don't ever really know. And so I feel like if we've learned anything since March of last year and through this time frame is that Different things in life are precious. We have no control over the things that we want to control, right? We only control like our reactions to things. We only control slight pieces of that, and we don't know what it looks like. So if you're not living, and it sounds super hallmarky, blow rainbows up my ass kind of scenario, I get it, but living each day in a full way is really all we got. And we get to choose what the fullness looks like in that day. We get to choose what our attitude is for that morning. We get to choose what our gratitude is for that moment. We get to choose whether we're going to make it a great day or not. We're going to choose whether we get out of bed or not. We are going to choose if we're going to go and spread love in this world and be the kind humans that we were created to be and to share that with the world. We get to choose all of those things every single day. And it's okay if you take a day where you choose to stay in bed and to keep the kindness to yourself and to do all of those things. It's just, we have to remember that we get to choose those days, okay? So, how do you want to choose your day today? What do you want to make that look like? And I have days like that too, where I feel I developed, and I don't say this in total lightheartedness because I know I'm always, and maybe it's choosing different words, but I'll explain myself for a moment. I always try to choose not to make light of a realistic mental illness that happens in our world. And so I was going to make the joke that I feel I've developed a split personality in COVID. And I say that totally in a loving, joking way and not bashing anyone who possesses that illness in their life, because that's real life. But I feel like there's sometimes two Jodys through COVID, because there's the one who wants to be out in the world. I mean, going from being an extremely extroverted public speaker to being through this phase has been an interesting transition. So there are days where what I would call regular Jody is looking for ways to be in the community, looking for ways to get out there, enjoying connecting with people on a variety of new fashions, doing what I got to do to make everything happen and working my little butt off. But then there are days where I have the other version of myself who could easily stay on the couch the entire day, binge watch something on Netflix and not move, not call a person, not check on a person, not, right? That Jody exists too. And I think we all have that through this time frame. And we probably always have. It just feels like the other one got a little more airtime this year. And that's okay. But it takes effort. And I want you to think about that for a moment, because for some people, it takes a lot more effort than others to put aside that version of yourself, the version that wants to check out of the world, and not completely literally, but there is that for some people. You have to overcome that. And some people, that's an everyday challenge, and it's a hard one. So just thinking of being kind. If you haven't heard from somebody in a while who you normally check in with them. Don't think that they don't like you anymore, or maybe you did something wrong, or maybe whatever. Just check in. Just touch base. And somebody who you know is usually rides the high waves, check in on them, because high highs have low lows for some people. Everybody's is different. Do you know what I mean? I'm not sure if I make any sense sometimes when I ramble on here and have coffee with you. I am just the vessel for the message, but sometimes people just need you just to check in, because maybe that's the struggle day for them. And maybe your little text or your message or your voicemail, or, you can record voice recorded messages and send them to people. That's really fun. Maybe they just needed to hear that today, just to be like, okay, you who is powerful, who wants to keep me down today, you don't get to win. You don't get to win today. And we all have those moments. I don't care how happy, bright, positive, cheerful you think somebody is in your world, they have those moments. Darkness exists for everyone. And for everybody, it looks different. And two, I like to just bring that up and keep in mind that if you've ran into somebody, maybe it's somebody in your community or circle, a complete stranger, and if they are not smiley or kind or in a good place when you have had an experience with them, it's probably because darkness got to win that day. It's not because they are fundamentally an awful person. I don't believe people are fundamentally awful. There are people who choose it, 100%. We know that there's assholes everywhere. We know that, but they choose it. So when you come across the darkness, my belief, my philosophy in life is we are the lights. I have shared before in the past, one of my mantras is I am a lighthouse. Every damn day, I remind myself that I am a lighthouse, because you don't always feel the strength and you don't always want to turn the light on. And that's okay. We are allowed to have dark moments. If you start to be in a place where you can't get out of that dark moment, you need to let a light bulb know, because that's what we're here for. We're here to step in to help you bring some light to the dark. Do you know what I mean? So don't ever feel ashamed if you're having a dark one. And it's okay. And I've done it before too, where I've sent a text being like, you know what? I'm not okay today. Send me a joke. Send me a something. Give me a bit of a lifeline. And there are days where I've stayed completely 100% to myself. I've retracted into what I call my shell. My zodiac sign is Cancer. I'm a crab. I have a shell. I'll retract into it. But I choose ways to pull out. And we're not all equipped with the ability or skill set or strength sometimes to pull out of the darkness. But that's why there's lights. Okay. And I just say that, and I don't even know why I get on these rambles. Again, vessel of the message is just, we're allowed to have shadows, and we're allowed to have darkness, and we're allowed to have all of the things. But just know you are not alone. And if you need some light or some help finding light, there are people who will help you 100 freaking percent. And that's what I have to say about that today. Thank you, Scott. Good morning, Darlene. Thank you for letting me know I make sense. Heather, yeah, sometimes. Thank you, Michael, for sharing. Darlene, my shadow side shows up once in a while. It all does. If you can't admit your shadow side does show up once in a while, that's an interesting thing you need to investigate also. Larry, you are good for my soul. Thank you, Larry. You are good for mine. Angie shares that she had a bit of an emotional last week. Yeah, you know what? And it's the joke, I think, too, that we ride the Corona coaster. I think that, yeah, it has lots to do with COVID, because that has shaken our life completely. But I think we're in a place, friends, where maybe COVID just allowed us to break down some of the walls a little bit and start moving past the stigma shit that we have in this world, and just start really being real and vulnerable with each other. And it's scary and it's weird. And I would never come on normally and tell you that I've had dark places and I've had shadow days, and there's days where I haven't got off the couch. That's freaky to me to say out loud, but it's the truth. And in our vulnerability together is where we're going to get through all of this, and we're going to build strength to keep moving forward every damn day. And we'll all have phases where that daily thing could be a struggle, and we'll all have phases where it's easy breezy lemon squeezy. And that's how we get each other through it. Because on our lemon squeezy days, somebody else's difficult day, we're going to connect and lift each other up. And I hope that's what we will continue to do here in Coffee Club. And I have rambled on much past our deadline or our timeline. But I guess we started off by saying rules are made to be broken. But I don't want to go too long, because I know we're just having a quick coffee. But I just want to thank you for taking time to have coffee today, to share, to listen, continue to invite people to join us. I think the more the merrier that we can create with our coffee club, the more people we can make sure we're reaching out and lifting up. every damn day. And I thank you for being such incredible lighthouses in my life. Have an amazing rest of your Tuesday, my friends. We will see you back here for a little WTF Wednesday tomorrow. You know you love it. We were vulnerable today. We're going to get the swears out and things off our chest tomorrow, and we'll circle back for some super gratitude and thankful Thursday. Thank you. Have an amazing rest of your day. Cheers to you, my beautiful souls. Make it a good one. Bye, friends.